And welcome back to the Nose Plays Thea 2. Um, it's been a couple days. I've needed a couple days to just take a break, and then more recently, I've been dealing with some very severe allergies, and still dealing with those tonight, but I figured we'd give it a go anyways, so hopefully I don't sound too terrible, and if I do happen to have a sneezing fit, I'll try to mute the mic before you guys get that in your ear. um, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. We had discussed at the end of the last video, or at least I had discussed, um, maybe going to one of these other islands after we restock our supply of wood. Now, we've got 23 turns of wood, but I think we're burning our dryad wood instead of regular wood. Yeah. So we have one regular wood and a bunch of dryad wood. I don't really want to burn this good wood, so we're going to go collect some more regular wood. I'll keep the rest of this and maybe try to use some of it up in some more crafting projects. While we're over here, we could mine a bunch of steel and use the coal to turn it into mithril and try to get some more tier 3 resource. So we'll look at the option of doing that as well. I want to try to continue our faction quest. I think at this point, if we do get a second seed, it makes sense to start a village. We have 10 characters, and I just realized there's a really nifty character list that you can access, which gives you a lot of information on all of your characters, including any blessings or curses they might have, all the abilities that they have. So this is actually a really helpful screen that I just have not really used much, but I think I might start using this more. And there's several other um, things here. So you've got the divine path. They're basically the main quests that we have started, or the quest lines that we started but haven't finished. And so we have to deal with the Red Cliff Bandits for this quest. This is the one that I think gives us the seed if we complete a portion of it. Um, so maybe we need to head out here and deal with these. Let me go back to the log. Yeah, let's head back up that way. There's plenty of wood up there, and we should be able to get there fairly quickly because of the speed of our ship. We need to end our turn. Before we end our turn, I guess we can check and see that everybody is properly set up where they need to be, and they are not. We should be doing terrain research if we can. And then we can have him doing that. Have these two gathering. Is there any composite? I want to make some more of this. Yeah, we can do that. And then food. There's a couple of things of food we could make. We'd have to use up some of our herb. Just do that for now. And then I'll just throw one of them over there. And sure. So that's probably good enough for that. We've got so much food. Oh dear. I hate it when I do that. Whenever I'm clearing these, sometimes I accidentally click. Well, we should definitely be able to handle these guys this time. Yeah. Heavy quartz armor. That's pretty high armor value. It's definitely a heavy set of armor. Alright, well, guess we're out of movement now. Awesome. No more of that to be done. Probably don't need to do any more of these either. Even though we could do one more of one of these. We got 91 of that, 68 of that. I guess since we can do one more, let's go ahead and have him finish cooking that. And then we'll continue to let these work through those for now. Might as well grab this while we're over here. Need to make sure I'm being more careful with that. Okay. Search. Ooh, a level 8 challenge. You find the remains of an ancient structure likely unearthed by the shattering. Most parts are not accessible, but some may be explored. You find a room that is not submerged, but is guarded by a magical barrier. A level 8 concept challenge with a magic user. Try to break this barrier. Leave this place. You have no magic users who can deal with it. Try to push through anyways. I'm curious how strong our magic users are now, so I actually am going to try this. If we fail it, there'll probably be a negative outcome, but it probably won't be devastating. Ooh, yeah. Well, if we try to resolve manually, this is not going to go well. But maybe we figure out some strategy that the AI is not thinking of. So the most powerful magic user that I have. Oh dear. Well. She's got some significant damage. She has the most hit points. He has a very insignificant attack. But since this is a concept challenge, and I do have this... Boy, I don't know. I mean, if we put her out there, she's just gonna get murdered. Alright, well, let's start. Just got a single target melee attack, that's it? We don't have any damaging attacks, that's the problem. Like, this is our only damaging purple attack in this group? Really? See, these things swing for 28 and 52. Yeah, this is just forfeit. You fail to break the spell and it harms your spirit. Alright, we're gonna have to do a ritual now. What do we have? I've got a little bit of dryad wood. We used up all our herbs, but we have plenty of fish. Gathering grants extra XP for the next little bit. Let's go ahead and investigate this as well. Jeez, these are some really, really dangerous. Okay, we find the remains of another ancient structure. Swim to the south and discover many large chambers, partly submerged. They still hold an echo of greatness. To dive to search through each one, you spot a kraken staring back at you. Lovely. Swim away. We can accept that outcome, and we got some pristine matter, whatever that is. This is a composite that fits into wood and stone. It is an improved resource, so that's interesting. And then we got a bunch of seaweed. And a bunch of experience. Alright. You spot a blue orc pirate ship ahead. It seems to be caught in the last of a bad storm. Use this opportunity to attack them. Aid them by hauling their ship out of the storm. They may be pirates, but you will uphold sea traditions. That's very difficult. But we're actually really good in red, so why not? The task is trying, but you've managed to haul the ship to safety. The pirates are grateful and hand over some loot as payment for your services. Bunch of heavy armors. I think that is all we are going to get from them. We also lose a little bit of sanity. Convince them to give you a slave in return too. Auto resolve. Man. Hmm. 42 damage a swing with over 150 points? Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's just no way. This is just not possible. They consider your plea but refuse. Well, that's not terrible. Actually, it is pretty bad. Who is low? Alright, we're gonna do this. Yeah. Well, we got our faith back, but this character is minus 16? Oh no. There's a very good chance we could lose this character. Still have more research here going, so we're going to continue to do that, I guess. Boy, we're not having luck with these high-level water challenges. Yeah, we lost somebody. Gosh darn it. He departed for a more peaceful life. He couldn't take the stress of pirates anymore. Well, that's just great. We can gather some seaweed here. We're almost up to the area that I want to be in. We have a chance to do some cooking. God. need to make landfall over here probably, and then I believe this is one of the light bringers. Nope, never mind. This is the this is that spider camp that we can trade at. I don't think we really want to do that. The wind will help us get a little bit more. We can take advantage of the extra movement. I believe that is all of our terrain research completed. So we can take these two off and put these two on this. I'm gonna stay away from these things. The water is way too dangerous for the level of characters that we have. Cooking and composites. This can be removed. Those are fine. Is there anything that I want to do? Maybe this is a good time to use some of these points to upgrade some of our weapons. So this only costs 1, so we can get that. Could get better swords. Or we could get better armor. What I'd really like to see... These are actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and confirm some of the armors. And let's see if we can't craft some better stuff here. So we'll start with the tier 2 bows. I now have more options resource-wise. Again, the best resource that we can use is going to be the one with the largest quantity and the highest essence. That's going to be dark wood. Dark wood actually gives us the option of an elemental bow now. The elemental bow is nice because it can be used in yellow attacks. It also has poison damage, but nothing else. If we wanted lifesteal, we could go something like that. If we wanted extra damage, this is true damage, so that's shield breaker damage and poison. What about rubies? Actually could use rubies. What does rubies add? Rubies add vertical splash. That's actually really interesting. Vertical splash means we get piercing damage with these attacks. So the damage per target is lower, but it does more damage to shielded targets. I kind of like that, actually. And then the leather. Adds straight up flat damage. The mithril was the shield breaker. The bone is life leech, right? Yeah. Returns 40% of the damage as hit points, and it can be used in purple. Interesting. And then, does changing the type of bone? No. Okay. And then I could also do poison. Do something like this. Oh, that's not quite enough essence. Ah, that's unfortunate. It's like right on the verge. Poison and vertical splash, huh? So, yeah, there's no gem for the bottom part, so there's no way for me to add this and this together in the opposite. Like, I can't do this and get a gem. And it really doesn't make sense to do this because the poison damage isn't amplified at all. It's the same amount of poison damage, whether it's one set of wood or two sets of wood. Well, that's disappointing. We're really going to have to find some higher tier items, I think. Wood essence or stone essence? Interesting. Alright, let's start armors and see what we have options for now. Looks like we got more leather and more bone. I got a whole bunch of this fur. And I have some rubies. What does that do for us? Ooh. Okay, we actually unlock a new tier of armor. Increases movement, faith, max health, and shielding. Or 14 shielding in all types of combat. Which I guess is basically what this would give us. The best bones we have would give us 13 shielding, with a reasonably small trash chance. I think we already have armor that does this though, so this essence enhancer is not really all that amazing. Let's see what we got for the mediums. So we unlock stone. That's actually interesting because I can throw quartz in there. So what if we did like... Interesting. So wood adds this trait. Stone adds this trait. Leather adds... I think leather's adding this trait. What does the metal add? So metal is a flat increase, and leather is a percent increase. Stone is a percent increase. Wood is a flat increase. Okay. So we're figuring out what the essences do. Look at all the stats here. even close to being able to do that. Even with double enchanted leather, you can't make a legendary. You're going to have to use tier 3 resources at a minimum. So like if you had a tier 3 and a tier 3, you still can't do it, even with the 15%. What about Wildstone? I mean, this is really decent medium armor. I could make 2 sets of this. It weighs 140. That's almost maxed out. That's a pretty reasonable chance of making that, but the real question I have is how much better is that than what we have? Like 38 armor on some of our characters could be pretty good. 38's almost as good as her heavy steel armor. 38's almost double, yeah. He's got 38, so it's actually better than his armor, and it's a medium grade armor. We don't have enough mithril to do that yet, though. But yeah, I think we should definitely consider it. Alright, well, those two are on research. I don't need anybody cooking anything, I guess. It's probably fine. Alright, we're almost to this Lightbringer camp here. Let's go ahead. We can actually get to that tile. So let's go ahead and move over here and get to that tile. We can gather a bunch of fur. Those guys on that. And then our faith is okay. This wind is taxing on our faith, but we're not in any dire straits at the moment. You come across a small hamlet. Within, you find a group of worried-looking folk gathered around a crying woman. Ask them what's wrong. The woman turns to you hesitant, then looks to the others for courage as they nod. So she speaks. It's that useless lump of a husband of mine. He won't leave me alone. Ask her why the others will not help. Surely only one man isn't that dangerous. The bugger had to hold on to grass when he shat, so no, it's not that. He's a dead one, you see. He passed 2 weeks gone, but he keeps coming my way, climbing into my bed as if nothing happened. Creepy. We have a Zerka. Tell her you know of a way to be rid of the apparition, for it is bound to her by marital attachment for sure. tell her to wear 7 dresses. Say that you are happy to kill the ghost if she likes, for a price, of course. Let's use our Zerka. So you say I should put on 7 of my best frocks, then go to sleep as always? Seems an odd thing. And I'll have to borrow frocks. You sure about this? The woman reports the next day. Smart one you are. I did as you asked, wore my 7 frocks. The bugger came and he stands there gawking at me. 7 frocks? Says he with a stupid mouth open wide. 7, say I. Wait to hear the rest. She gives you her family heirloom as a reward. A quartz sword of some value. So I think it's probably very similar to our gold sword, but it is a masterwork, so it might be slightly better. And we are overburdened. Back to being overburdened because we're not on our boat anymore. We might have to split up into 2 groups. Leave the majority of our materials on the boat. Let's go to equipment. Let's compare our sword with the gold sword that we crafted a while back and see which one's better. So yeah, that's the sand sword. Never mind. Our elemental sword is... Boy, it's very similar. There are definitely some advantages for this quartz sword. Number one, the weight is much lower. It's got higher single target damage, but it doesn't do the AoE slash that our elemental sword does, and it also doesn't have the shield crusher ability. So I don't know that I'm going to be using that. If I were to use it on anybody, it might be this character. The damage is actually pretty solid. The shielding is the same. And I can actually wear a shield with this sword. This shield's not very good, and it's actually too heavy. I forgot, we picked up a Wraith. Who are we going to put the Wraith on? I guess we'll put it on her. And the Boar can just go on him for now. We're going to have to break some of this heavier gear. This would be nice. Who's gathering? So this is a percent gathering tool. Who has a gathering above 10? She already has one. She has one, but she's not wearing a percent gathering tool, so we'll throw that on her. That will help a little bit. This one's actually better used on her, and then we'll put that one on her. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, and then can I craft a shield out of lighter materials? Maybe like elven wood and like a really light shield. This actually would probably work out pretty well. Get that done in 2 turns. He should be able to use this shield. Yep, there we go. So now he's up to 70 armor. That makes me feel a little bit safer about using him. Also, he really should be carrying this, but... Okay, let's go to our inventory and let's sort by weight, and let's break some of these items that we're just not going to use. So 32, we've got armor better than that. 43, I want to double check. 12, we're not going to use that, we're not going to use that, we're not going to use that. I still like this two-handed sword. I think I might keep it for now. We're getting close, but we're still way above. I guess I'm going to have to break these javelins. We can make these again. We made them in the past. I was hoping we would get another character that could use them, but we have not yet, and they're pretty heavy. This 43 I need to double check. Can anybody wear this? So she could wear it. And he could wear it. 43 is a lot better than that, actually. Yeah, let's put that on him. And then can anybody wear this? Actually, a couple people could. Or Zerka could wear this. Alina could wear this. That would be good armor for her. Which means we have 2 of these, which means probably nobody's going to use these. So we can confirm, break those up. We got this really nice bow, and nobody that we have in our party really uses a bow right now. So let's hit this again. Who's got the highest perception scores? Really only her and him. Oh wait, we had 2 more. Yeah, his perception is really bad. How's our inventory look now? We're only a few hundred over the limit. What can we drop? Probably a bunch of this worthless stone. Anything else? Okay. I'm gonna do some more crafting. Is there anything we can make out of this heavier stone, maybe, that would be better than what we have? Like, we can actually make like that. This is actually slightly better. It has a fairly high chance of failure. I do have enough mithril to try one of these again. That might be worth doing. What if we did like a ruby mithril? That's not bad. 140. $143. 145. The question is, do I really want to burn up all my mithril right here? I guess I can make more, but we are kind of starting to run out of coal. And I'm also running out of things to craft. Like, having a really high crafting score just makes it go faster, really. Didn't I pick up jewelry? I thought we picked up jewelry, but apparently we did not. So let's look at that. Maybe we want to make some jewelry. There's quite a few characters that don't have any jewelry yet. Bones, gem, and leather. Well, we have some really decent bones. And we have some really decent gems. So that's just going to be like... Oh, okay. Protective pendants. We got different options here. Personal carry limit. Increased stats. Or a special destiny-based attack. A shiny that can tear an enemy's soul. Alright, we also have like some leather stuff here, so like... What's this do? Lullaby. Increase wit and intelligence. Increase personal carry capacity. Or more weapon block. Monster Bone versus Enchanted Leather are very similar, but Monster Bone has much lower chance of failure. Like, we could make these for everybody. Interesting. So how does this get decided? Is this always going to be based on the first thing you put in? is Lullaby. Interesting. Bone Gem is Soul Tear. Leather Gem is Divine Goal. Gem Leather is also Divine Goal, so it doesn't seem to matter the order. What is... do higher qualities change it? Not really. Alright, well, let's go ahead and use up whatever we have like the most of. So I have quite a bit of this. So we should make some bone. Or maybe we should make like some leather. Oh, I can't make leather bone. Not that way anyways. I can go like this. I can make a couple of these. See what that does. Dwarven Burial Ground, Grave Robbers. We should be able to smash the Grave Robbers if we want. And a bunch of stone. Yay. Right, she'll take the mysticism. He'll take the intelligence. He can take more dive attack. Or a new ability. Hurry up. Ability-wise... he's already got Inspire, which lowers... lowers delay by over 2, and is used in yellow, or uses intelligence, and is used in all 3 colors. Decrease delay by 1. So yeah, this seems not as good. Alright, so we got one of those made. Who doesn't have jewelry? You could use some. Alright, who else needs jewelry? I could make at least one more of those. We have a lot of people who don't have jewelry. Alright, let's break camp.
Well met, friends. Now that Zbigniew is no longer troubling you or us, we can welcome you properly.
Let's try to trade first. And see if we can get rid of some of our heavy stuff. They have a whole bunch of elven wood. Actually, not a whole bunch, but some elven wood. I'll take the vegetables. I'll take the gems. I don't really want any of the other materials. And these are all pretty sad, mediocre items, none of which are very good. And we can give you something very heavy. Filtered by weight. Give you this crafting tool and this wooden artifact. Alright, we're still overburdened. We could just lay a bunch of stuff here that we're not going to use for a while. I am kind of curious if materials get destroyed by wandering monsters. Let's go ahead and try and craft some heavy armor with that stone. How is stone not part of the heavy armors? This is heavy armor, right? Well, shucks. Let's go ahead and use our elven wood. And our steel? What does that do? That's some really decent medium armor that's actually pretty lightweight. What if we use like the rubies? It's not quite enough to get to this. That's decent. An extra 12 health on my purple and yellow stats with 18 shielding and everything for under 140 pounds. We can actually get to this. That's 20 shielding and everything. Or 50. I really wanted to use up my stone, but this is 57 points of armor. We can make some more steel. I really want to use up what I have, though. This is actually really reasonably light. Let's get some people on that. Get some research done. Not that we really need any more fur. And we actually have quite a few of these that we can do now. I don't know if we've done this one yet. I guess we have. Yeah, we already had it over here. Let's get somebody cooking that. Get somebody cooking that. That's probably good. Let's only take 2 turns. Alright, so we got some more food, we got this made. This is a trash quality. Of course it would be. Well, that sucks. So 32, 465 weight. I mean, it's slightly lighter weight than this. $165 for 32 versus 183 for 35.8. We'll just leave that on there. I guess we'll just break that down like that. Alright, that was kind of a waste of time. What else can I just lay down here that we're not going to use? We got a lot of monster bone. Oh yeah, we could get rid of this. Alright, we're really close now. I don't need regular bone. Sort by weight. This is really what's killing us here. I hate to put all that over here, but that freed up a lot of weight. Alright, let's break camp and let's get out and do this Lightbringer quest before we end the video tonight.
The Shmoo directs you to an old straw hut sitting on a chicken leg, surrounded by low hanging mist and the smell of baked cookies and burnt sugar.
Okay, this is a witch's hut. We have a witch. We should be able to do
The
this.
Shmoo looks scared by your outburst. He gets nervous hiccups. What's a Baba Yaga? The lady there? She is good. She helps us. You feel you are being watched.
Ah, a wise one, or whatnot. Me? I am a simple demon, a Yaga. But that is of no concern to you. This here little fella's the only one left of our demons from the swamps. So leave him with me and be on your way. No tricks from me, swear. The light came. Earth parted once more, and this time it was not empty inside. All who see it are taken or destroyed. No in between with that lot. That is what I said and saw. A light so bright, it is darkness. If it finds you lacking, you wither away and become air. It devours, it takes, it does not need or want. It does only as it will. Perhaps. All I know is the demons were there one day. Then they all changed. Filled to the brim, overflowing inside. Driven by emptiness. Driven to walk away from their nature.
It would be nice if they had gotten enough people to do voiceovers for all of these.
A force, perhaps. They saw the light and are gone. My hut knows how to hide, so we hid. We watched. We waited. Me and the toad, the only ones left. The Shmoo? Oh, the toad. Well, it is not as it seems. It was there in the middle. Saw it all. I doubt its tiny mind comprehends. But if you take its curse away, maybe it could tell you more.
Okay, we'll try to break the curse. I've done this once before, and I didn't even have a magic user then, I don't think, so this might be easier this time around.
The curse breaks, and the Kmuch turns into a tall young man with golden fins and gills. His eyes sparkle like gems. Thank the waters, that was insufferable. I am a Vodnik. I was courting a Rusalka, and it's strictly forbidden, you see. Anyway, her slimy sister turned me into the dumb creature. I tried to get it on with another Rusalka. It is forbidden, but, well, I am a prince, I suppose you could say. My father is the vodnik who rules over our waters, so I thought I could get away with it. Yes, yes. He looks playfully at you. So your story speaks of marriage to the prince, right? Or kissing at least. Yeah, no marriage, but I'm willing to give you my lips and more for a night.
I think we could get a free child for this, and we've just lost a character, so...
I never could refuse a pretty face. That's what got me into this mess, I suppose.
Alright, well, we
Still,
didn't get a child.
one never learns, it seems. Here's my reward, and fare thee well, my lovely friend. If ever you come by my pond, please visit, and do stay away from the wretched light.
We did
Your
get
time
some
together
jewelry.
proved magical, and you feel your destiny strengthened by it.
Bosca did very well. Bosca has attractive and beautiful traits. That's probably why he chose her. So this monster jewelry is not super exciting. On the one hand, this does give a purple attack to somebody. And if anybody has a high destiny stat, this might be okay if they don't have a purple attack already. This can just go on somebody that doesn't have any jewelry. And this might be better than the artifact that we have. Destiny and Wisdom.
It's also very foggy, my dear. The Kamuch was so undignified and dumb. I felt a touch of something. It was burning, yet ice cold. Light, but in its purest raw form. It spoke of unison, order, ultimate peace. It sought to touch me, but the curse kept me hidden. The others, they were not so lucky. I saw them walk so straight, so depleted of life, yet living. They went towards one of the chasms left by the shattering. Then they were gone.
We could ask him to join us. I don't think he will, but...
Oh, that's sweet, but no.
The witch who came with you waves goodbye as well.
Off I go then. Did my bit. Hope you get him, whoever them are.
Alright, so that advances one of our quest lines. How much time do we have? This is actually probably a good place to gather. We could get some herbs, we could get some wood. I don't really need anything else. We could come over here and get the dark wood. And there's some good materials here. This would have been a good spot to build a village. There's a fair amount of good stuff here. No food though, other than the herb. I don't think we need to gather anything, honestly. We do need to gather wood. I do need some wood. And we might as well gather a little bit of dark wood as well. And get some research done. And cook something. I've got a lot of this. I also have some of these rubies that need to be used up and a bunch of bone. Yeah, let's make some more of this. Not fast enough. How many turns do we have to stand here to get that done? They'll finish that in one turn. That's good. Check the cave. Bones. Whatever killed these folks smells of magic. Remain vigilant. You sense very strong presence of dark magic, necromancy. The power seeks to control the unliving bodies for its own unclean purposes. The shrine within, however, seems to honor the goodness Nia. The presence of necromancy in her place of worship is blasphemy. We could do a ritual cleansing, or we could just fight it. Probably... yeah, that's probably fine. She gained permanent mysticism. We can enter the shrine and get a blessing. Let's read this so I have a better idea. Within the shrine, you feel the grace of Naya upon you. You also see a fountain of white ash falling from the cave's wall onto the ground. You have heard that touching this death ash may bring fortune, but it may also bring calamity. This is one of those things that probably has a benefit for having a high luck stat, but I'm not certain. Let's go ahead and touch it. That actually worked out well for us. More destiny for our chosen. Another level for her. Parry adds a self-shield? It's just straight up extra shielding, huh? So she's at 5, it would boost it to 8, or battle orders boost it to 8. I really like battle orders. Alright, we have some new equipment that we needed to equip on people. Somebody with a high destiny stat might benefit from that. And then this is one we just made, so he can throw that one. And this one we got, we'll give it to him. And then I wanted to compare my granite relic that she's using. So she's got a 1.2 wisdom and a 1.2 with this. So this is just straight up better on her in terms of sheer damage, but it does lose the Brotherhood of Blood ability, which is destiny based, and she's not very good in destiny, so yeah, let's swap that out. It's one-handed, and this is very heavy. We could probably break this down. Also, just out of curiosity, what is her stat line? Yeah, she's mostly mysticism. She has a little bit of perception, but not much. Okay, let's try to get this Lightbringer camp finished off over here, and then we'll probably end the video for the day. Alright, we discover some ruins, faded gravestones. This is just an adventure. Oh dear, we've done this before. Okay, we lost characters last time we fought this vampire. But we're much better prepared than we were last time. Alright, so we got the silver. We didn't have to fight him? That's curious. Okay, we need one more point of movement, which we do not have. So, let's just end the turn. Get on with it.
You come to a mound that looks like a red blemish, unnaturally formed from a strange reddish clay. There is a tear in the middle, and beyond it you know lies the Red Ridger camp. Just like the alchemist said, the camp is well situated to repel any attacks, with plenty of natural cover and good line of sight. You are not able to spot much from a safe distance, but you see regular patrols of fairly well-armed folk.
We can approach them to talk, or we could spend more time observing them than attack. I'm not sure if we're strong enough to fight off a level 7 challenge, but we've done pretty good on level 7 concept challenges, and our heroes are pretty well equipped at this point.
As you walk towards the camp, you sense that you are being watched. A small group of ruffians meets you at the edge of the camp. One of them, a burly-looking human, speaks.
It isn't often that folk hand themselves to us, so I'll assume you have business here.
Let's see if they're intimidated by our strength.
Suppose you look impressive like, yeah, so we can talk. But you with that oddball bookworm type, we told him and we'll tell you. That cave is our turf. No stragglers, no sightseeing.
Okay. Well, we don't have a lot of options here.
You speak some sense. No reason to pass on an
hey, how's it going,
opportunity when
ducks?
it comes to knocking. I'll tell you what, there's an old witch hut not too far from here. A Baba Yaga, we think, lives there. The cursed thing's been interfering with business, and we ain't got no spirit folk to deal with such sort. Deal with her, and we may let you peek into our cave. Or there's another task you can do.
Yeah, I get a sense that he's probably tougher than we're able to handle right now.
I suppose if you go and slaughter those filthy scavengers down by the lake, yeah, that'll be a treat. Then we'll let you snoop in the cave all you like. I'll mark both on your maps, and you decide which favour you'll do.
Alright. Hey, how's it going? Good to see somebody in the chat, and I actually noticed it for once. Thanks for typing a couple times there to get my attention. Sometimes I don't notice the people have said hello. Can you hear me? Well, I think we're getting close to wrapping up this video for the evening, but yeah, that's weird that it showed up like 4 times there, but it does make it... I would really like to move this box up here, and I've done it before. I know how to do it, but yeah, I haven't been able to recently get it to move. The new software, Relive software for AMD, is a little bit buggy or not doing what I'm asking it to do, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But needless to say, I think we're pretty close to wrapping this up today. Hopefully I'm feeling better. I'm off for the next several days from work, and I should have plenty of time to do a couple hours each day of recording, barring my allergy problems, which thankfully this evening have gotten much better since a little bit earlier this afternoon, where I had to kind of take it easy. But yeah, we're going to continue. I did lose a character a little bit earlier in the video. If you didn't see that, it was unfortunate. What we discovered is that the challenges out on the water like this are extremely difficult, even for a party of 10 that is as well equipped as ours is. We're still not ready to handle those kinds of challenges. So we're going to have to be awful careful when we're out in the water, and we might need to just be willing to back off and run away from more events. You're going to have to do that more frequently if you want to survive until you know you're ready to handle them. So the other thing that I'm really interested and curious about is we dropped a large cache of crap here that we just couldn't carry anymore, and we can come back and pick it up at any point in time. But I'm curious if the wandering critters, when they see this, will they attack it and destroy it and take the stuff, or is it pretty safe to just leave caches of stuff laying around the map? Because if that's the case, that makes the weight capacity thing a lot easier, and you can just leave caches of goods whenever your weight gets a little bit too difficult to deal with. So, but I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up for today. We forwarded the quest a couple of different times, so we got a couple of the main quest line things done today, and we have 2 new options to figure out how we're going to deal with these guys. So we can deal with the scavengers, or we can do the other thing that he asked us to do, which I didn't really pay attention to, or we can just attack them, which I don't think is very likely to be successful. But there is that option as well. So I'll think about it, and when we come back, if you have any ideas on what you want me to tackle, leave it in the comment section of the video, and we'll see if we can't get one of those 2 things done in the next couple of videos. Until next time, this has been The Nose Plays, and you guys have a wonderful day.